This chapter delves deeper into the challenges Lao Jin faced while implementing the first principle. It underscores the importance of discipline, self-control, and the transformative power of seemingly small habits. The interaction between Lao Jin and Zixuan serves as a reminder that true wealth is as much about personal growth as it is about material accumulation. Xi'an, with its towering city walls and bustling markets, was a city of dreams and opportunities. Lao Jin, having been imparted the first principle by the wise monk Zixuan, was eager to implement it. His heart was filled with a mix of anticipation and anxiety. The principle was simple, yet profound. For every 10 coins you earn, set aside 1. Let this be the foundation of your wealth. To most, saving a mere tenth of one's earnings might seem inconsequential. But for Lao Jin, who lived from hand to mouth, it was a challenge. His expenses always seemed to match his earnings, leaving nothing for the morrow. However, he remembered his promise to the monk and decided to put the principle into practice. Every day, after selling his pottery, he would separate a tenth of his earnings and place it in a small clay jar hidden beneath his bed. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. The once empty jar began to feel heavy, its weight a testament to Lao Jin's newfound discipline. Yet, this exercise wasn't without its trials. There were days when he was tempted to use the saved coins for an enticing trinket or a more lavish meal. But he resisted, reminding himself of the monk's wisdom. As months passed, something miraculous happened. Lao Jin realized that despite setting aside a tenth of his earnings, he was neither starving nor lacking any essentials. He had, unknowingly, adjusted his expenses to the remaining 9/10. The jar's steady growth was not just of coins, but of Lao Jin's confidence and self-control. News of his endeavor reached his friends and neighbors. Lai Wei, a childhood friend and a carpenter, laughed it off initially. What good is that tiny portion? Why deprive yourself now for an uncertain future? He'd jest. But Lao Jin, unaffected by the skepticism, continued his practice. And soon, the naysayers began to notice the subtle change in him. He walked with a certain assurance, a quiet confidence that came from knowing he was no longer a slave to his immediate circumstances. On the anniversary of his meeting with Zixuan, Lao Jin visited the temple, his heavy jar in tow. The monk, seeing Lao Jin approach, smiled. Without words, Lao Jin placed his jar before Zixuan, the clinking coins singing a song of perseverance. Zixuan, opening the jar and looking inside, said, "This jar, Lao Jin, is not just filled with coins. It's filled with discipline, foresight, and wisdom." Lao Jin nodded. "I've come to realize, venerable monk, that the foundation of wealth is not gold or silver, but discipline." Zixuan, his eyes gleaming with pride, replied, "You have understood the essence of the first principle. But remember, a foundation, no matter how strong, is just the beginning. The journey has only just started." Back in the monastery, the young monks, captivated by the tale, exchanged glances. They were beginning to understand that the path to wealth was not just about accumulation, but transformation.